Here we are at the motocross test, and I've got you before the riders. This test is towards the end of the lap. The first of the championship riders just about to start this new test. It's Tony Dinham from Landrake. Because the start and the end of the test are very close together, we should have results out as soon as the riders finish. So Tony Dinham is the first rider to try out this new test at the Dyfi. Away he goes. It's Chris Walton next. Phil Smithson comes in behind Chris. I've been told that's the wettest part of the test down there. Here comes Phil. Tony Dinham winding his way around the side of the hill. I think he's got caught up in the tapes. It looks as though he turned a complete circle then to get back on course. The riders have been warned not to cut any corners. One more corner to go round, then Tony finishes the test. And I'm sure if he looks in the back of that vehicle, he'll see his test time. Chris Walton again. He's one of the members of our trophy team going to the 6 days event in America. Quickly over to the start to see A.D. Smith. A.D. safely through the wet section. Phil Smithson again. I've just found out Chris Walton's time. It was 2:41.4. So at the moment, that's the time to beat. It's the world champion next. He looked quicker than A.D. Smith there. The championship rider from Guildford, Neil Boker. A.D. Smith again with about 200 yards to go before he finishes this motocross test. Although it's a fine sunny morning, the grass is still covered in dew and it's very slippery in places. A.D. finishes the test, and will he beat Chris Walton's time of 2:41? We'll have to wait a minute because here comes young Eddie. Paul's doing a balancing act as he goes round one of the tricky corners. Eddie finishes just as Mick Exton starts the test. Neil Boker on the Honda 125. I've got those last two results. A.D. Smith did a 2:36.3. Paul Edmondson 2:48. A very slow time for Paul. Something must have happened to him on the top part of the test. Mark Chapman on the Yam 125. So it's A.D. Smith who's set the time to beat 2:36.3, and that's 12 seconds in front of Paul Edmondson. Neil Boker was in 2:52. Mark does a 2:48. There goes Steve Collins. It's his first season in the championship class. Steve Plain on the Gas 125. It's the second time he's ridden one of these machines. He was on an 80cc Gas in the Welsh. He's just about to finish the test as Chris Kosh starts. Let's see if we can find Chris as he comes out of the trees. Back we go quickly. I can hear a rider coming behind me. It's Mick Exton's. Over we go to Richard Hay. Geraint and Rob Sartin are having a good look round before they start. I'm sure all these championship riders have walked the test yesterday. This is Derek Edmondson. He's not looking quite as quick as his younger brother. And I don't think he's going to beat A.D. Smith's time of 2:36. Derek finishes as the first member of the Yamaha team comes up to the line. It's going to be Rob Sartin. Steve Collins looking very quick. Derek's time was 2:50, 2 seconds slower than Paul. And I've just heard from some of the spectators that our world champion fell on one of the corners. Suzuki rider Chris Koch, his teammate A.D. Smith has set a fast time. Can Chris do the same? A Suzuki finishes as a Yam rider starts. It could be Geraint, but I'm not sure. Richard Hay on the Husky. Chris Koch's time, 2:39.3. That's 3 seconds behind A.D. Smith. But Chris is in second place at the moment. Rob Sartin, he's leading the 250cc championship class after 2 rounds. He's got 77 points. And of course, he took the Premier Award at the Breckland. That looks a very tricky corner over there. I think Wyn Hughes helped the organisers to mark out this test, and I'll tell you what, they've done a good job. Another rider starts. It could be Chris Bird. The second member of the Yamaha team, that's Geraint. I'm sure that corner's going to catch out 1 or 2 of our riders. Geraint is round safely. Rob Sartin's time, 2:46.8. That's 10 seconds behind the leader, A.D. Smith. Geraint is 4th overall in the 250cc championship with 50 points. The Breckland let him down a bit. He had a big crash there. He's finished safely today. It's Paul Maguire next. And he's going very quick. Oh, he's going to miss the corner. Paul knew he was going too fast. He touched the brakes and just slid down the bank. And now he's through the tapes. That was a pure accident on his behalf. He was going too fast, really, and I don't think he's gained any time. Number 25 next. It's Rob Meek from Nottingham, one of our top motocross riders.
Pretty nasty corner that is down there.
It was a bad corner, isn't
Can't take the stage of the camera straight away, under.
Rob gets safely around the corner. His first Enduro was the Breckland. He was unlucky there to check in early. This is Chris Bird, and he's looking very quick.
Oh, break it here.
God, he's going fast.
Oh, he's held it. Good boy.
Well done. I think Chris was going even faster than Paul Maguire, but he managed to hold it on the corner. Geraint finished in 2:50. Paul Maguire 2:54. Chris Bird knows he's quick and he wants to see his result. This is Wyn Hughes. Wyn can't have any complaints about the test. He helped to set it out.
Big splits on the strap, isn't it?
Number 31, John Deacon on the KTM. He's the overall leader in the championship class. After 2 rounds, he's got 73 points. He was runner-up at the Breckland and took the Premier Award at the ISCA. He's safely round the corner. I've got Wyn Hughes' time now, 2 minutes 50 seconds, just a fraction slower than Derek Edmondson and Geraint. Well, that's the end of the championship riders on this first motocross test. While the expert riders are coming, let me tell you some of the times. A.D. Smith is the leader, 2:36.3. Chris Kosh in second place, 2:39.3. Chris Bird was third, 2:40. Chris Walton next, 2:41. John Deacon did a 2:42. Rob Sartin in sixth place with a time of 2:46.8. Mick Exton's next with a time of 2:48. And Paul Edmondson is in 8th place with a time of 2:48.2. So it looks as though the world champion hasn't got off to a very good start. He's 12 seconds down after the first test. This is Alan Ranger from Salisbury, and we've been watching him for quite some time now. It is, isn't it? Alan's leading the expert 4-stroke class. That's up to 350 cc's. Richard Clark from Poole on a Kawasaki 250. He got a silver medal at the Welsh. And after 2 championship rounds, he's 17 points behind Alan Ranger, but he's in second place.